Imagine this scenario. You're a child playing outside. You get bullied while there. What would you do? Well, you would run home to the safety of your parents. You know they will protect you, shield you, and then tell off the bullies and even call their parents and have a word with them to ensure it does not happen the next time you go out to play. Now, this is what happened with our fellow Kenyan citizens living in China. They were mistreated there, locked out of their homes. A couple expecting a baby were reportedly denied medical assistance at a nearby hospital. They then did the natural thing. They ran to their mother. That would be the Kenyan embassy in Beijing to seek help. But this help was not forthcoming, so they were forced to sleep on the streets. The one place they sought refuge, expected refuge, the one office that was obliged to give them refuge, or at the very least, a listening ear, was loudly silent. Silence from the two most senior officials concerned. That's Kenya's ambassador to China, Sarah Serem, and silence too from her boss, CS Foreign Affairs Rachel Omamo. A sigh of relief when we heard from the PS Ambassador Kimani turned out to be anything but. You see, he defended Ambassador Serem, saying she had done well in light of what he termed difficult times in China. Well, it's been difficult for the Kenyans there too. Perhaps more so, considering that many of them have slept on the streets, been denied access to public transport, healthcare at hospitals. Meanwhile, the ambassador herself, I'm sure, has had a place to sleep, food to eat, and will get medical attention should she require it. What's more is that the PS in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs then went on to blame the victims, saying they were undocumented and had never registered at the embassy and that they were there illegally. That may very well be the case, but they are Kenyans and they do deserve help from their government. But let's contrast this with how we treated Chinese who were here illegally. You see, earlier this year, if you remember, there was a horrific caning of a Kenyan by Chinese citizens at a hotel for being late. It was revealed that the Chinese nationals who run that hotel did not even have work permits and were therefore here illegally. What happened to them? Well, they were not forced to sleep on the streets and they were not denied services. They were arrested. But you see, rather than face the law, the government ordered for their immediate deportation. A slap on the wrist, if you ask me. Further, we have not even heard from the Chinese ambassador to Kenya, Wu Peng, who is said to be contrite about what happened to Kenyans in his country. But we are told that he does not like to use social media. Surely, this is the same person who has met the Kenya Editors Guild on several occasions. He is no stranger to how things work in Kenya and how to communicate to the Kenyan public at large. Moreover, he's been exposed to many cultures and systems, having worked in such diverse places as Sierra Leone and the United Kingdom. He must surely know something about modern communication. But be that as it may, isn't it interesting that the Kenyan Ministry of Foreign Affairs seems to speak for Ambassador Serem, Ambassador Rachel Omamo, and indeed the Chinese ambassador to Kenya all at the same time, but not speaking as much for the Kenyan citizens, the ones for whom they have been employed to defend and protect? Maybe Ambassador Serem was right when she said at the beginning of this crisis that all we could do for Kenyans in China was pray, because clearly they are on their own. And that is my take tonight.